Ducati Panigale V4 is brand new for 2018. The 16 stradale, its MotoGP-derived 1100cc V4 engine came first and therefore it got a lot of attention. But then again, a 214 PS sport bike engine deserves the attention, right? That's the new V4 engine that Ducati have put in. It's still a 90-degree engine. It's canted back, and canting it back allows the swing arm pivot to move forward. And Ducati, of course, continue to use the engine as a stressed member of the frame. So the front frame, the subframe, and the suspension swing arm, everything mounts to the engine. But of course, Ducati has worked hard on the engine. It shares the board with the MotoGP bike, which allows a lot of ideas and technology to transfer easily. But it's also a small engine, smaller in every dimension than the older 90-degree twin, except for a 5 cm wider span between the engine cases. At just 2.2 kilos heavier than the twin, the V4 is a massive achievement. The engine is used to make most of the frame as well. The monocoque is retired in favor of the aluminium front frame. You need to think of that as half a twin spar frame which bolts to the front of the crankcase and the front of the rear cylinder bank. The rear cylinder bank also provides the place to mount the subframe on which you sit, and the extra long swing arm mounts to the back of the crankcases. That's a very spare chassis if you think about it. In terms of ergonomics, they haven't really done much. They took the old bike, kept the handlebar more or less at the same place, raised the foot pegs 10 mm higher to give it a little bit more lean angle capability. But the feel is dramatically different from the old bike. A whole bunch of systems that Ducati uses very interestingly. You constantly hear references to the idea that a new sports bike guy could use these systems, rely on them to do things that he would ordinarily not have the skill to do. Like, for example, he'd be able to slide the motorcycle with a safety net. But when you take it to one level higher, so for example from traction level 3 to 2, then you suddenly unlock a whole bunch of systems that are designed for an advanced rider to use even more of the performance of the motorcycle. It's really quite mind-boggling because all of the systems talk not about safety as a primary, but performance as a primary goal. You cannot close this story without a hat tip to the outstanding Brembo Stelema calipers, which are almost telepathic in their ability to slow the rampant V4, and to the outrageously grippy Supercorsa tires that were specially developed by Pirelli for the Panigale V4. I couldn't trip them up whether I rode well or like a buffoon, and I believe that covers nearly the whole spectrum of riding ability. Yes?